I woke up this morning ready to record another FC26 trading video for you guys. Instead, I found out that EA Sports destroyed my account overnight. And today, I'm going to show you exactly what happened and why every single FC26 player needs to be worried about this situation. Now, EA Sports claim that I have broken their terms of service, but I have proof that they are lying because I have documented my entire journey, every card I've bought, every card I've sold, and with the help of Futbin's graphs, I can show you guys what their prices were naturally during those times. So I have all of the receipts ready to show you guys, and I'm going to make you really question how EA Sports run their business and how they treat their customers. This is not the message that you want to see when you log into Ultimate Team. It says account at risk, and that red exclamation point, it'll make your heart drop. It made my heart drop because I've been grinding on this game since the first minute. It's a game I pre-ordered. I got the 6,000 FC points. I still haven't even gotten the last 2,000. I have been spending so many hours every single day. I mean, you look at this YouTube channel the last couple of weeks on how many trading and investing videos I have uploaded. It has been a lot of work and it's taken away. It's gone, right? Because I get this red exclamation point that makes my heart drop when I see it. And I know exactly what's coming, but I check it anyway because it says we noticed some actions on your account were performed against our rules. Check the email address for more details. And that email address says that my account was involved in coin distribution. Now, I want to say, first of all, it's just objectively false. I haven't distributed coins. I haven't had coins distributed to me. I haven't bought coins. I haven't sold coins. I haven't done anything. All I've done is trade and invest on this account. So what could have happened on my account over the last couple of weeks to where I think EA Sports thought I was buying coins? And I think I know exactly what the situation was. Do you guys remember this thumbnail right here? The one with the Sailmakers going from 400 coins to 2,800 coins. It's actually crazy that it was in the thumbnail and it became my demise because the reason I invested in this was because he's non-rare, going out of packs, team of the week. It meant that if there was any demand for Sailmakers, whether it be a challenge SBC, a marquee matchups, or any demand whatsoever, that card is going to go to the moon because there's no supply during that week. This early in the game, that is a big deal and it's no risk, because you're getting them for 400 to 500 coins. And so I bought a few, and I said that you guys could buy a few Sailmakers, Alderetes, Carls, whatever's going out of packs. Pick up a few of those low-budget investments. They might go up, and they had in the previous weeks. I had sold a Bowanga, I had sold a Pellegrini for more than it was normally going for. I would triple my coins or quadruple my coins on those investments. Now, I didn't buy that many of them. I don't think I bought more than 10 of any of those non-rare cards, and I only had 5 or 6 Sailmakers, but I was able to sell those cards because I saw a comment on my YouTube video. Yes, I read the comments, guys, so go ahead and drop a comment. I'll reply to it. Today, it might be a little bit more negative than normal and a little bit of shade at EA Sports in every reply, but I'll still reply. Either way, I saw a comment saying that they sold their Sailmakers for 4K. Thank you so much, Nitro, for telling me to invest in him. I made so many coins. And I was like, oh, I still got my Sailmakers. I might as well go list my cards too. And he was going for about 7,000 to 8,000 coins at the time. I listed my cards. They all sold. I'm a happy camper. It wasn't until about an hour or two later, I realized the reason that Sailmakers went up wasn't because of an SBC. It wasn't because of marquee matchups or anything like that. It was because of a TikToker uploading videos saying that Sailmakers was going to be an evolution card that was going to be spectacular. And that Foot Sheriff says that he's going to go extinct. It's a scam, right? That TikToker is trying to get those 9-year-old little Timmies to buy up those Sailmakers. And given the fact that that card is rare, it worked and it went up in price. Now, you ask me, do I feel bad that I sold my Sailmakers to a little Timmy who's probably 9 years old and doesn't know any better for 7.5 thousand coins? Absolutely not. No, that's my profit. I earned it. All right. I took the no risk investment on Sailmakers and it worked. That's all I'm saying. Now, would I feel bad if I was the TikToker scamming the viewers? Yes, I think that's wrong. All right. I condemn that. But the game's the game, right? I made my profit. It wasn't against the rules. I wasn't coin distributing EA Sports. That card had risen from 500 coins to 8K. The Futbin graphs show that. He was that price during that time. You can align the timestamps, EA, and I can prove that it was during that time that I sold my Sailmakers. And I didn't actually even know why he was that expensive at the time. I genuinely didn't when I sold the card. I didn't find out till after. Now, again, had I known beforehand, I still would have sold because I'm not stupid. I'll take the profit. But what I am saying is that if that card is naturally that price, if it is selling in the game for that price, that cannot be considered coin distribution, even if it rises quick and drops quick. That is completely backwards. It's just not right. And I can't think of anything else being the reason why EA Sports would think my account was coin distributing, because all of my other trades this year, I haven't really made over 50% on a single trade, right? I might buy a Balde for 13K and sell it for 19K and I make 6K profit, maybe 5K after tax, that shouldn't trigger the system to think that I'm buying coins. But instead of EA Sports just accepting the fact that I made 25,000 coins off of Sailmakers, they think that the guy who has been trading over the course of the last decade plus, that has made millions of coins in every single version of Ultimate Team, that ends the year with like 5 million to 15 million coins just sitting on the account, having no idea what to do with them, that I went out of my way to buy 25,000 coins. And EA Sports locked me out of the transfer market. Honestly, I only had 200K liquid. I would have much rather EA Sports just coin wipe the 200K. I'll make that back tomorrow and we can go on with our lives. But no, they've locked me out of the transfer market. Now, there's a few reasons I uploaded today's video. The first is to prove my innocence and show you guys those cards that I bought and sold and how a footbin actually even shows you that those cards did rise in price. But the other reason is because I wanted to show you guys EA Sports' ban appeal process. If EA Sports are going to give me a fair trial, I'm somebody who has documented everything over the last couple of weeks. I've uploaded a video almost every day, and people who have watched my video over the last couple of weeks kind of know how I've made coins, what I've bought, what I've sold, and my coin total has slowly risen over the course of the last couple of weeks. And I'm only at like 1.5 million coins. And that's if I sold everything right now, which I'm not going to get to. Everything's going to drop. I'm going to lose coins. EA Sports have already done their damage to my account, whether they unban me or not. However, what I did want to show you guys is if EA Sports give me a fair trial. I have all of the receipts. I have all of the information, what I bought the cards for, when I sold the cards, Footbin showing the prices of me selling those cards. I have all the proof. A casual player might not. A casual player doesn't have these screenshots or these videos to show EA Sports that they are innocent. So if EA Sports don't unban me from the transfer market, they're not going to unban anybody from the transfer market. They're sending it up to the VAR room where they're going to take a look. And if they just stick with the on-field decision without actually looking at my case, they're not looking at anybody's case. And so you got to be very careful on the transfer market either way, because you don't have the proof I do. So if they don't unban me, they're literally not going to unban anybody. And I don't even know why there's an appeal process with this company, if so. Now, there's also a third reason I did want to show you, because I wanted to show you guys some of the replies to the tweets that I've had over the course of the last couple of days, or just the last day or so, because Weaver tweeted out a new TikTok pump and dump spotted. That's the Sailmakers for 8.4 thousand coins. I replied to that a little bit later saying, I love TikTok with my Sailmakers cards sold, and proof I bought that Sailmakers card for 550 coins. And I'm sure EA Sports, like if they actually look into the case, they can see when I bought that card, it was 550 coins. I wasn't sniping or anything along those lines. YL, which is Narcoin, says, don't get banned, I beg. And Unique Riggers was thinking the same thing, seeing that if I get banned, we're starting a revolution. I was joking, and I thought they were joking too. Obviously not, because I actually did get banned, but FootSpy comes out with a little bit of information that I really appreciate. He says, the reason that I got banned, someone, most likely a child from TikTok, bought multiple cards of yours to try to flip for a profit. Had it confirmed now from a dev that the bot does two things: user-to-user transactions, and calculates how over a 72-hour market value they are. So user-to-user transactions. So maybe the Sailmakers that I did buy were all bought, or that I did sell were all bought by like the same person. And if the same person buys multiple of your cards, they think that it's just you buying coins, which is not true for this case especially. But then he also says that it's a user-to-user transactions and calculates how over 72 hours of market value they are, which makes sense because Sailmakers only spiked for like an hour or two before dropping back down to his normal price. So over the course of the 72-hour window, his average price probably only went from 500 coins to like 600 coins. But that outlier of 8,000 coins was real, and it did exist. So that EA's ban system, it's obviously broken, and that's why I got banned. In my opinion, I think that's why I got banned. Now, it could be something else. EA Sports obviously could have picked something else. They're very broad in their email, but that's what I think happened because of all these replies to my tweets. That's what I point to where EA's broken ban system picked it up. That's what I think. And this is the part that I think I think a lot of you guys are going to jump off board. You're going to say, I'm the TikToker doing this. I'm not, all right? Alderete spiked to 4,000 coins today. Take a look at my transfer list. I can't list these cards, all right? I'm banned from the transfer market. Look, my account has been blocked from using the transfer market. Look at my transfer list right now. Alderete, I bought for... That's the only non-rare card I have on my transfer list right now. I think I have a few more on my transfer targets. I can't see them. I can't list these Alderetes. I'm not the TikToker that's doing this. I'm just investing in out-of-pack cards, and coincidentally, it has happened again. And I'll tell you right now, EA Sports, I'd take the profit right now for Alderete if I could. But I can't because you blocked me from the transfer market, you bums. Now, I will also show you, I invested in these ball days with anchor cards for 13,000 coins, 12,000 coins. Those cards have also gone up in price a ton. I want to sell these cards now or over the course of the next couple days. I want to sell these cards for profit. I want to sell my Adeyemi. I haven't been able to sell this Adeyemi card, which is dropping in price. Take a look at this graph, all right? Take a look at how many coins EA Sports are losing me right now. This card was over 1 million coins. Now, I'm not saying I could have sold for 1 million, but I could have sold for 600,000 coins during that spike. I have an Adeyemi on my transfer list right now. As you can see right in my club maybe. Yeah, there he is. I have him for 515,000 coins. I wanted to sell for 600K. I wasn't allowed because I can't list on the transfer market. I can only send to the transfer list, and I can't actually list that card. So here's the thing. Even if I do get unbanned, EA Sports have lost me easily hundreds of thousands of coins because I can't list when these cards are up in price. I have so much invested right now. My CR7s, my Baldes, my Alderetes, my Adeyemi. I have so many coins locked up in these trades right now that I cannot sell them. So even if EA Sports do eventually unban me, I'm going to lose so many coins because of them. And that's what's really unfair about this. But now let's get into this ban appeal process and show you guys how this works and how absolutely miserable it actually is. As you can see, my penalty history, I have no history. But it doesn't even show the actual ban that I've gotten right now. The one that I'm locked from the transfer market doesn't even pop up as a violation. Now, this account that I have, it's an FC founder. Even before that, I think I started this account in 2019. This account that I'm using, it's never had a violation before. It's never even had a suspension or anything like that. It is clean, right? And so this is a first violation on the account, and it sends you to this appeal where it doesn't even list the actual ban. Like my transfer market ban doesn't pop up right here. But as you follow to this web form, it'll tell you that you can submit what kind of issue you're having. You can describe your issue, and you can upload a file like a PNG or a PDF or a doc, which is exactly what I did. I wanted to include as much information as possible. So what I did was I put together this right here, which is basically 1,000 letters, right? It is the most I can include, and you guys can read that if you really want to, but I go ahead and put that in there, and I'm at 999 out of 1,000, but I still have more information I want to show them. So I put together this one right here, which is a Google Doc that I turned into a PDF of the graph of Sailmakers, what I bought the Sailmakers for. I have more information about like how they can check on Footbin. I include the Footbin links. I include showing them that Sailmakers was 8K when I sold it. I also included some other trades that I might think was suspicious, like Pellegrini. I bought this Pellegrini and I had like maybe 10 of those cards, and that card went from about 600 to 2.5 thousand coins, and you can see that spike right there for Pellegrini. And I even included the link to the Footbin for Pellegrini, which shows them that that card did go from 600 coins to 2K, and it was that price for several days. So I included as much information as possible to show that I'm innocent on my account, and so that's what I wanted to show you there. But right when I submitted this form, it gave me this. It says, our advisors don't look at that issue. So I submitted it. It erased everything. And it just said, we're not doing anything. So I went back and I submitted it again. Okay. And I had to type out the 1,000 letters a second time. That's when I put it in the Google Doc, right? And it said, oh, our advisors don't look at that issue either. Our advisors don't look at that issue either. It didn't get until I put game rules. I think I just tried so many different things. I tried putting like buying the game. Oh, I'm having purchasing issues. EA Sports can't ignore getting money, right? They still didn't look at it. It wasn't until I put game rules in which they sent me to a different page in which then I had to click chat with an advisor, and then I had to send another email, and then it gave me a replied email from another bot. I'm still not with a real person yet, and I had to reply to that email as well. And I still haven't talked to a real person about my issue. It says that I have to wait 48 hours to get a reply from somebody, and it might take longer than that. And then once they do the review, it might take more than 10 days. It is a messed up system, and I'm going to keep you guys involved throughout the entire process. I'll update the pinned comment with all of my information on what replies I get, and once I get a verdict on if I'm unbanned from the transfer market or continue to stay banned, I will also let you guys know that in a video on Twitter and in all of my socials. I'll let you know on all of my socials. But that's basically the situation we're in. So hopefully this video kind of clears some things up, and it makes you guys a little bit more aware of what you can and can't be doing on the transfer market, even if it's legal, even if what you're doing isn't wrong, what you've got to do to avoid EA Sports' broken ban system from banning you anyway. So hopefully this video helps somebody out, and I'm just hoping that I get my account back, because I'm already I've upgraded so many of my pro clubs players. I've spent so long on this game during the 2 weeks, and I really hope I get the account back. But in the end, this is what I'll leave you guys with, and this is probably the most important thing I'll say, is no matter what happens with this account, it is just a game. I will restart and I will make my content like normal. Nothing's going to stop me. And at the end of the year, everything goes away anyway. All right? So even though they have absolutely crushed my progress so far, and I've been angry, I've been anxious, I've been sad about this, it's okay. Everything's going to be fine. We're going to forget about it in a couple months. Even if we have to completely restart, we'll be back where we were. And so that's what I want to leave you guys with, that this is such a minor issue in the grand scheme of life, but it is still something that EA Sports have continued to screw people with year in and year out. And I hope this video that EA Sports will look at it. I hope EA Sports will fix their ban system. I hope that they will fix this entire situation. And I hope that they'll make it better for all the casual players as well. That's it for today, guys. Drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.